Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So in today's video I'm gonna be recreating this base makeup for you. So my foundation and my base, how to get like a perfect flawless base. So yeah, let's get started. First and foremost, the thing that's extremely important in achieving that flawless base where it looks like a filter is your skin. So your skin before applying any makeup needs to be juicy and dewy, well hydrated, cleansed, scrubbed, all of that. 90% of how your base is gonna look like is basically how nicely you cleansed your skin. Now when I say that, I don't at all mean that your skin needs to be clear. No one has clear skin. I don't have clear skin. I have a lot of redness, I have rosacea, I have blemishes. All I'm saying is that no matter what your skin looks like, as long as you're cleansing it nicely and you're giving it the right amount of hydration and skin prep, your base is gonna look nice, I promise you. So the first step here is moisturizing your skin. I do a very intensive regimen in order to actually create that hydrated base. So the first thing I do is, since I have rosacea, I need to calm my skin down before applying anything to it. So I use my Dermalogica Ultra Calming Serum. It just calms down my skin, and before I apply anything to it, it's just gonna give it a nice surface where no matter what I put on it, it's not gonna freak out and it's not gonna go crazy. If your skin is not as red as mine, and if it's not something that needs calming, you could skip this step and you can just start your hydration. The second thing is a nice hydrating serum. So if your skin is not as sensitive and as red as mine, this is where you start. It could be any serum that suits your skin. It doesn't have to be this one, but this is just the one I use. It's by Yves Rocher. It's their Ultra Moisturizing Liquid Serum. I just use this one, but you know your skin better. You know what looks good on your skin. Apply that nicely onto all the areas that you think are gonna be dry. I have really dry cheeks, but my nose and my T-zone gets really oily. So I call my skin combination skin, but if you have dry skin, use a serum and use the products that would suit that. And if you have oily skin, use something that is mattifying. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a nice moisturizer. One I absolutely love, and I've been using this since high school. It's this one. It is amazing for winters. This is the Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty. It is extremely thick. It is extremely thick. So this means that it's gonna really hydrate your skin because it's a very thick cream. So today I'm gonna be using this one because the winters are coming and I feel like my skin needs that extra layer of moisture. When you're applying your moisturizer, take your time to let it sink into your skin. The next step is applying your eye cream. I have recently become a strong advocate for eye cream. I feel like ever since I started using eye cream, the way my makeup goes on under my eyes has significantly changed. The eye cream I use is this one, Yves Rocher. Again, you can use any eye cream that you feel like helps your skin type and your under eye, because this is where your concealer is gonna sit, and if it's not perfectly moisturized, then the concealer is gonna look cakey, it's gonna crease, and it's just not gonna be a good look. So that is all that I do in terms of skin prep and hydrating and moisturizing your skin. Now we are gonna move on to something that's gonna make it long lasting, the primer. Primer is extremely important because this is what's gonna make your makeup last, and this is what's gonna clear out all the little things that your skin lacks. Personally, for my skin, I like using two types of primers. This one is very hydrating and it has a dewy finish, and it also helps my makeup stick onto my face. It's the Rare Beauty Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer, the Optimist Primer. And the second one is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is a very thick primer that is amazing to fill out all your pores around your nose and your forehead. So first I'm gonna go ahead with my Rare Beauty Primer, and I am just gonna put it all over my face where I feel like I need hydration and that dewiness. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead, on my cheeks, my chin, and my nose. So this is all the places where I feel like I would need that dewiness and that stickiness where my foundation is gonna perfectly lay onto my skin. Secondly, I'm gonna take the Poreless Putty Primer. I'm gonna take a very small amount of that. This is gonna magically fill out your pores so nicely. I use this on the middle of my forehead, my cheeks, my nose, and then I bring a little bit of this onto my chin. I'm sorry if I keep looking that way. My mirror is literally right there and I cannot see what I'm filming here. At this point, your skin should be feeling very supple and hydrated, moisturized, dewy, all of that. This step is extremely crucial if you want your makeup to last a very long time. So I just take the Airbrush Flawless spray and I am gonna lightly spray it all over my face and I'm gonna let it sink in. So since this is a setting spray, this is gonna set all my skin prep and my priming into my face, and once I put on the foundation, it's gonna lock it in. So before I apply any foundation, I am gonna add another step. This step I absolutely adore. Okay, so even if I had to skip foundation, I would not skip this step because oh my god, I am obsessed. This is the Hollywood Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm sure you guys have seen this product everywhere. This is literally the best product ever. So what it does is you could apply this as a base to your foundation. You could apply it on top of your foundation. You could even apply it on top of your powder, and it's gonna illuminate your skin. It's gonna make it look like you've been drinking your water and you are extremely hydrated and you are on top of your skincare game. So what I like to do this is after I have prepped my skin, I've primed my skin, I just take this and I apply it to the areas that I would want to highlight. So all the areas that I would want that nice glow to peek through my foundation, I apply it to those areas. Like even if you're not wearing any makeup and you just wear this, it gives you such a beautiful glow. I'm gonna use my beauty blender. This is from Amazon. I'm gonna link it down below. I love these beauty blenders. They come in a huge pack of, I don't know how many, like a gazillion, but these are so nice and affordable. I'm just gonna blend that into my skin. It's blended onto my skin now. It's just gonna give a nice sheen, like a very healthy glow, very natural. And when my foundation goes on top of that, this little glow is gonna peek through and it's gonna look so beautiful. Now I have let everything sink into my face for a good 5 to 10 minutes and I'm gonna move on to my foundation. The tool I'm gonna be using for my foundation today is the It Cosmetics brush. I absolutely love this brush because it's double-ended. So this end is really good for your concealer and this end is really good for your foundation. For my foundation, I have a few recommendations. Again, this is completely up to what your skin is feeling. If it is extremely dry and dehydrated, then you need a foundation that's gonna be dewy or glowy or hydrating. So some of my favorite ones are these. I really love these foundations because they're pretty beat up because I've used them a lot. These are really, really good if your skin is dehydrated and it needs that hydration. These are not gonna cling onto your dry patches. They're not gonna make your skin look like it's been sucked out of all the moisture. They're gonna sit very nicely onto your skin. These are the It Cosmetics CC creams, and this is, I think, the normal one, and this is the hydrating one. This is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It's a CC cream, but it works as a foundation because it's really, really full coverage. But this is a beautiful product if you have dry skin. I use this on the days where I have absolutely dead, dry, dehydrated skin, and it makes my skin look super glowy and nice. So this is your best friend for those days. This could be used with anything. Like if you have oily skin, dry skin, whatever, this is perfect for all those skin types, and this does not cling onto any of your dry patches. This is not gonna make you look like a grease ball. This is just an all-rounder foundation. Also, these both are pretty amazing to mix into your other foundations to give that extra oomph. I'm gonna be using this foundation right here. It's the Flawless Airbrush Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. This is a very full coverage foundation, but I'm going for something full coverage today because I'm showing you how to create that perfect base. These both foundations mixed are gonna create the perfect foundation for me, which is gonna make my skin look juicy, nice, and plump. I'm gonna go ahead and mix both of my foundations just on the back of my hand. I'm gonna take one, not even one, like less than one pump of this, and I'm gonna take my It Cosmetics CC cream, a little bit of this, and mix it with the back of my It Cosmetics brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start tapping it one by one, and I'm gonna start blending it one side at a time. I'm not gonna go scratching my skin. I'm not gonna go pulling at it. I'm just gonna lightly tap it, because tapping is the key to blend your foundation. I'm not gonna put a very thick layer under my eyes because that's where the concealer goes. And if you're gonna put too much foundation under it and then concealer on top of that, it's gonna look really cakey. So just a very, very light layer under your eyes, but then you can go ahead and start blending your foundation everywhere else. On the corners of your nose, on the corners of your lips, down to your neck, your sideburns, everything should be seamless and there should be no harsh lines or streaks where it shows that you just abruptly stop somewhere. Now that my foundation is blended onto my skin with the brush, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna very lightly pat it onto my skin so the foundation sinks into my skin and looks like it's my own skin. The concealer I'm using is the Born This Way concealer. It is a very, very nice and hydrating concealer, and it is also really, really good coverage, so it's not gonna look cakey on your skin. So the way I put on my concealer is I put one drop here, one drop here, and one drop here. Same here, and then also on the places where I feel like my blemishes might be peeking through. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my IT Cosmetics brush and I'm gonna lightly blend this, but I'm not gonna blend it fully. I'm just gonna spread it around like this, and I'm gonna create a line like this. So again, I'm gonna spread it very nicely with the brush, and I'm gonna create a line like this. So it creates a lifted look from your eyes. Leave this area like this for at least 2 to 3 minutes so my concealer is marinating and it actually dries down a bit, which gives you better coverage than it would if it was wet. So just go ahead and blend the concealer on the rest of your face and use my beauty blender, and I'm gonna lightly start blending it, but I'm not gonna blend it too much because I want it to be full coverage. My concealer is fully blended. I'm not gonna set it just yet. I'm gonna use all my cream products before I use all my powdered products. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Rare Beauty blush in the shade Joy, and I'm gonna blend it onto my skin because it is liquid before I apply any powder on my skin. Though this is an amazing formula, it could very easily be used on top of powder, but just to be careful, I'm just gonna apply it before anything else. You need very less of this because this product is extremely pigmented, as you can see. Like, that literally looks like a crime scene. This product is insanely pigmented. So just take your time blending it onto your cheeks, cheekbones, and then just make sure you're blending it upwards so it gives you that lifted look on your cheekbones, and then a little bit on your cheeks. Bring it a little bit on your nose because it's always nice to have your blush blend into your nose, and then just keep tapping it until you have the desired pigmentation on your cheekbones and your cheeks. Once that's blended onto my skin, the next step is setting everything. If you were to use a liquid contour or a cream contour, this is the point where you would want to apply it right before you blush. But since I don't use a liquid contour or a cream contour, so I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to apply my liquid blush, and now I'm going to set all my powdered products. The powder I use is the Charlotte Tilbury powder. Absolutely love this powder. I have hit pan on it. It is such a beautiful product. You're gonna see the magic yourself. This literally blurs out your pores. So as you can see here, I'm gonna go with this triangle puff, and I'm gonna set my under eye and also my over eye with this. You're gonna see the difference yourself, how beautifully it sets everything. Okay, do you see how beautiful that looks on this side? On the other side, I'm gonna set it. The MAC Studio Fix. Again, I love this powder. It is very full coverage, using to set your makeup and also give you that extra layer of coverage without adding any other cream products. So I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna start patting it onto my skin, taking it down my neck. Really just get it like nicely over every part of your face. For my powder blush today, I'm gonna be using the Tarte blush in Parte. Love this blush, such a beautiful product. I love Tarte blushes so much. So just go ahead, swirl your brush, and then just go ahead and set your blush on my nose, and of course on my cheeks. Now we're gonna contour our face. So I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer. Absolutely love this bronzer. This is just gonna add some color to my face and make me look like I have some definition. I'm gonna take it on this angled brush. It's not perfectly angled, but it is like slightly angled. And I'm just gonna go on my cheekbones right here, and I'm gonna bring it up to my forehead like so. So just go on my cheekbones upwards and then bring it here. So just take it again, bring it down, and then on my jawline. I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury powder on my angled puff, and I'm gonna create a line here just to clean out that blush. This is just a close-up of how my base looks. I am fully dressed now. Don't mind my bedazzled outfit. I'm actually going to a wedding. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.